Hi, Jerry. The one time you come in on time, I started off. Don't worry about it. Just a minute. I don't know what I'm going to talk about tonight. I have a feeling that things, I've been thinking more. I know I shouldn't do that. But I've had a few thoughts this week on relationships. So I might talk about that. I'm still going to goof around because that's who I am. But let's see what happened this week. Oh, I went to the dentist on Tuesday. And I'm not sure why. Oh, I think it was to check my lower jaw where the implants were and make sure they had to measure the depth of the implant so that when they put the male part in whatever it is in the on the whatever. Hi, Gail. It'll snap in place, but it won't go too deep, and and it won't be too shallow. So we did that. Now, here's what I don't understand. I had to make an appointment for the next day to get my impressions done. Why they didn't do it at the same time? Beyond me. I don't know. That was Monday. Monday, I had the appointment with the dentist and with the surgeon. He's only there on Mondays. And then I had to go see the dentist herself. She's nice. For the impressions. I also went to my regular doctor Monday morning. Aside from my aches and pains, I'm healthy as a horse. It's ridiculous. Berta! Hi, Gail. It's Berta. Hi, Berta. Welcome. I'm just, I don't know, it's been a weird week because we keep thinking about my teeth. It's going to take another 2 weeks. On the 20th, I go back, and I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm not sure if I'm going to get my dentures or if there's still going to be something else to do. But I did send them 5 pictures, 5, of my smile with my teeth, my mouth open, so that they can see the shape that I pretty much want to keep. I don't want to change it too much. Yeah, I want straighter teeth, but not. I don't want to change the look. Your mouth, your lips shape around your teeth, your upper jaw, and it's distinct to you. You in the past, I don't know if it's now, you could always tell when someone was wearing dentures. Always, because it just didn't look the same. I mean, it worked, but it didn't look the same. Now, though, I mean, my dad, he went six, he got his teeth from the VA, and he went 6 times. He went back. It took almost a year because, waiting for an appointment with the VA, good luck with that. And each time, because he wasn't happy with their shape. And he finally got them. He keep bringing it back. He says, "This is not the right shape. I want to do this. I want to do this. Fix this." And you can't tell them what to do until you've won them a little while, and you've seen. So when he finally got them to his satisfaction, they look natural. They look just like he looked just like him. It didn't change the shape of his mouth much. It was I said, if I would have to get dentures, I want those. Unfortunately, my dad's not around to fight for me anymore. So I did tell the dentist that I'm going to be very picky. I'm going to be very picky about how they look. I want to chew. I'm dying for some chicken and pork chops and steak and shrimp. I can't even chew shrimp. Crab legs? Yeah, I can't eat any of that stuff. That's my favorite stuff. Oh, oh well. It is what it is, and it'll take as long as it takes. But yeah, I was asking around, and I'm searching on the internet too, that when you get an implant, it takes 4 to 6 months for the implant to settle down into the bone and for your bone to grow around the implant and hold it tight. They don't want to put in a tooth before then. Even if it's just one tooth, one implant, it'll take that long. I said, wow, I wish I'd done this. Would have gotten this done sooner. But I needed it. My teeth were just, I had one small side in the front where I could chew. That was it. I couldn't chew anything else anywhere else. And you gotta understand, I'm a person, I love crunchy. I love crunchy. I mean, I always go for extra crispy when I get to KFC. Because I like the crispy. I like that. I like to hear a crunch. That's what I want, Jerry. I want a pair like that. And if he got them, what, 20 years ago? They got to be better now. they, they have to have come a long way. Because, I mean, yeah, I hope so. I can only hope. And I have some news. Not that you know me, not that I'm going to actually follow up on it. I'm such a procrastinator. But I want to take the channel in a slightly different direction. We all know not enough happens to me that I can tell you jokes and things like that, and anecdotes and things that happen to me. And nothing happens to me. And I have been searching for 6 years since I started this channel for something to latch on to. And I'm going to start getting a little more serious. We're still going to have fun. But I want to talk about some serious things. Why we do what we do. Why do you replay a conversation in your head when you know you can't change anything? Why do we procrastinate? I have a lot of questions about why people do the things they do and think the thoughts that they do. And can you really change someone else's mind who just isn't open to change? No, of course you can't. But I'm gonna get into death. Yeah, it's gonna be the death of me. I'm getting into depth. I can't. Every time I talk, I make myself laugh because I can't say depth. I'm so used to being able to say depth, but the P's and the L's and whatever, the S. So anyway, I think I'm going to go in a little more serious direction, but not to, and I'm hoping that I will get off my lazy ass and actually make some videos where I can discuss what I think about things. I might even go political. I won't go religious because maybe I will. I'll get to that another time. What I think about religion. Why do people gather and together and do some of the things? What is mob mentality? And yeah, if you have, if you guys have any questions, you're right. Why do you replay negative things in your head over and over? If you have any questions or you want to know something, drop me a comment or a direct message. You're welcome to do that at any time. And it'll give me some food for thought. And I may actually do a video on it because I want to get some more videos out. I know our lives are just every Friday, they're just nothing. I'm here. And that's all I am is I'm here. I don't really offer anything. I'm still going to diamond paint. I'm still going to latch hook. I'm still going to digital paint, but and color and everything else. But I want to be able to talk about things since like I said, since nothing happens to me often, and I don't have news, to tell me like everybody else does. I mean, Rebecca with her ballpark, you know, thing, and J. Rob with her therapy thing, and Tia with her everything. Some people just have the natural gift for gab. I used to, but again, that was when things happened, and when things happen to you, it gives you food for thought. When you are at work and somebody comes over to you and starts gossiping, why do people gossip when you're at work? You're working. I'm working here. Go away. You can't say that. You have to, yeah, oh, really? No, I don't want to have to do that. But why do people feel the urge to gossip? See, Jerry, I think that's why I think I'm super boring because nothing ever happens to me. I mean, I've got my routine. I don't go out with my girlfriend anymore. I don't go out with Dan. I don't even go to the store anymore because it's delivery. But I still do my Friday night because it makes me laugh. I do this for fun, really. That's why I started. I just wish some of my old regulars would come back because I miss them. But Berta's here. God bless you, Berta. Oh, where's everybody else? I know Rebecca's working tonight. Poor lady. She's having a rough time this week. And I hate it when my friends have problems and I can't fix them. I like to help people. You can see it when there's an event with one of my friends, at least in the past, and I always volunteer to help. I'll volunteer to do this. Did it with Crafty, did it with Rebecca, did it with, a couple of other people. I want to help. I want to be useful. But for a while now, I've had my own depression and I haven't wanted to feel useful. I just, wanted to be left alone, which is terrible. Eggs over easy. I know who you are. I know. I just can't remember. go again. My memory has gotten so much worse. Yeah, I know I'm getting old. It's, I mean, I can't, the words, you know this. I go through this every Friday where I'm searching for a word. It's right on the tip of my tongue. And I have to describe what the word means. I couldn't remember the word. What was it? Infusion or something like that? With Dan, we were talking about something. And I said, you know, when this happens and that happens, and you know what I'm talking about. He said, yeah. I said, well, what's the word? That's it. English is a hard language. It's very difficult to describe things in English. There's not enough words. You know, we don't have a word for laughing at somebody else's expense. Europe does. It's got a glad job and other things. Erica, uh, I hope you will too. I was just telling people I'm going to be a little more serious. Yeah, Berta, can you picture me serious? Yeah, I'm going to be an adult, even though adulting seems rather ridiculous. But who knows? Maybe I will. I'll make a good adult. Nothing's going to stop me from laughing now because something did happen to me this week, which you might find interesting. I had a long conversation. I mean, a couple of hours. A conversation with ChatGPT. Okay, get it out. I'll wait. I did. I started asking about making new thumbnails. How do I get more people in? Um, what's needed? I got a new logo. We designed a new logo together. And the first thing that we talked about before I did that was the conversation was about psychology. And I have, the psychology of humans. Why, why? What do people do and why? And we literally talked back and forth. And I got some interesting insights about myself. You know, it was describing certain of my traits, such as I like to be creative, but I'm also very detail oriented. And and we're going on and on. And then it would come back and give me a wonderful explanation or synopsis. Tell me that there's actually a psychological word for it. There's a word, a medical word, that'll describe what I'm doing, what's happening and everything. It was an in-depth conversation with an AI. With AI. This is where I have to go for an intellectual conversation. I can't go to people because I don't know enough people that actually want to tolerate that kind of conversation. I used to have that all the time when I was younger and lived in New York, even down here. We'd get together, we'd get into these deep things. Um, and I never went to college, but I still was interested in a lot of it. And my only choice is to chat with an artificial intelligence. I lost the fight with ChatGPT. You're right. I didn't. I didn't. I stayed away from it for a long time. It started with the caricature. It started with me asking for a caricature that, remember when Rebecca made them, I had to go in and get some more. And I got a whole bunch of them, and they did it with my picture. It's my face as a, not a caricature, but as an avatar. And I had different shirts on with different things, but I don't know what to do with them now. I have them. I, I did put one of them, I think I did it last week. Oh, yeah, here I go. I got a couple. In the upper right, you see, that's one. But it's so tiny here. I like this one. I like my tunic. I want a tunic like that. I even put, uh, what do you call it, my logo on the front of the shirt. Used Procreate to do that. That was fun. I mean, I was even, like I said, we were drawing and I was having it make these pictures, but I had to constantly edit because spelling would be wrong. I had a third, a fourth, fifth, six fingers or something like that, and I would say, clean up this and do that and correct the spelling. Text should be TEXT, not what's written there, because some of it was, oh God, I don't, I guess the AIs can't spell very well, even when it's right in front of them. But if with GPT, you can correct it right then and there. You can have them correct it. And if they don't get it right, have them correct it again and again and again until you're happy with it. We did that in creating a new logo that's not too far off from what I have, but is a lot classier. I can't wait to start using it. I'm not going to use it until I put out my first serious video. And I will change all my little avatars that are everywhere. I mean, though it's so easy to recognize mine in the corner because of the colors. Window. We kept the cat. We kept the tuxedo. But the one thing I didn't like is that GPP tends to compliment you too much. See, that's a good idea. I see where you're going there. You're doing very well. God, I didn't know. Yeah, don't just give me the answer. I don't want any commentary. But it was fun. It was interesting. I'll do it again when I feel feel like it and have the time because it takes time. But I love that you can actually chat with it vocally. You don't have to type things. If you don't want to, you can actually have a conversation. I mean, I wonder what would happen if I said, I'm bored. I wonder what she would respond with. Because now the AI has an idea of who I am from all of the information that I've given it in order for it to do what I wanted it to do. You know, we were talking about my channel, and it was asking me more about what I do and things, and I would start talking about something in my past that I did. or that I thought or how I feel about something. Ridiculous. I mean, this is what you tell a person when you're trying to have a conversation and you're trying them to get to know them and they're trying to get to know you. You talk about yourself. And I don't remember a lot, but I can remember the way I feel. I can remember things that my mother said to me that I still follow today. If someone is annoying you, ignore them. Odds are they're just dying to get a response. They're dying to get some sort of reaction. Don't give it to them. They'll give up. Now, Jerry says, yeah, I lost the fight. Jerry says, I lost the fight. Jerry says, almost to the point of being condescending with all the compliments. Yeah, you get them too? I mean, it's cute. I like it, but it goes on too long. It's too much. Still, at least it's not a vacuous conversation. It's not surface, which so often happens with us. We meet someone or we're at a party or we're in a chat room. How are you? What's going on? What's your weather? All these surface things. We never get into anything deep. I'm going to allow, not just myself, but I'm going to allow you, the people who come, the people who watch, I'm going to allow you to get into your serious thoughts if you want. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to, ask you to, stop hogging the chat or something. I want to hear from you. I want to know who you are. Who are you, Jerry? Who are you? I know who Bert is. Bert is a fun person. I know Rebecca and J. Robert were about the only people I know. Rebecca I know the best because we actually we talk in the mornings sometimes. She's diamond painting, I'm diamond painting, and we're just chatting, having a conversation over coffee. And we do that about once a week. So she and I are the only one. She's the only one that I have in my head a relationship with, a friendship, more than an acquaintance. All of you, I love y'all, but you're an acquaintance. I want deep conversation. I want to know what you think and what bothers you. I mean, do you have a pet peeve? That's going to be one of my three pet peeves. Why not? That's a good topic. I got to write that down. But that's the thing with ChatGPT. It gave me a list of topics to talk about. Gave me some paragraphs that I can actually reuse, say, of course, say it my way. Told me about doing doing videos and doing my thumbnails and keeping them pretty much the same with little differences, but the same general feeling. You want to make a brand. I don't know. What the hell? Why? What's going to hurt? I would love to sell my art, but I'd like to sell it in prints. Well, Becca's got the cups and saucers and everything else covered, and the diamond painting. Let's see. Jerry says, I'm a boring 56-year-old woman, love the idea of deep conversations, but feel inadequate to do. Now you have to call me. You have to. You do. You have to call me. And we'll talk about anything you want. I mean, seriously. I'm always looking for friends. I'm always looking for people that I can talk with and have conversation. Rebecca's a little hard because she's got so much else going on. And she doesn't get into depth the way I do. I mean, I like to, I have to say that I'm a Jill of all crafts, master of none. But I am. I know about almost every craft that's out there, from embroidery to stamping to jewelry baking to everything, which I'm always, surprising Rebecca with. I also am a techie a bit. I'm a geek. Or is it a nerd? No, it's a dork. Something under the, because I love technology, which you, technology didn't start coming around until I was in my 50s. And you would think, being that old, so many people were resistant to it. It was a young person's passion. It still is. There are so many older people that are resistant to learning anything that has to do with technology. They want the app, they want the ability to use it, but they don't want to learn to use how it works and what it can do and how to do that. I mean, anything from mail. You know it could do this? Do you know it could do that? I mean, I like to learn about these things. I get a new app, I read the manual. Back in the day when I was working with my husband and we had our software out there, people would call and after for help, helpline, trying to have customer service, and I'd hang up and I'd say, why can't they read the effing manual? It's right there in front of your face. Same thing with, I would be in what do they call it? They used to call it an echo. It's a group chat, a group mail back and forth, email, we call it. And not email, something else, whatever. People would ask a question, and I heard this from somebody else who did the answer and said, I will, I, L, T, I, W, G, O, T, no, it's I, G, T, F, Y. There's actually a site, I, G, T, F, Y. Know what it means? I'll Google that for you. Yeah, why don't you just look it up? If you, so many people have gone to college, and supposedly at college and university, they're supposed to teach you, not read you the facts and everything else. They need to teach you how to do your own research, how to look up things for yourself, how to find out what you need to know. They're not going to go through the book or go through everything. You read it. Go look. If you need another book, go find another book. Now it's, of course, look it up on the internet. But if I want to know something, even if it's about Procreate, for instance, I had a thing. I went, how do I create a frame? And I got several answers from Google. I had problem with my power director, my editor. How do I do this? I get the answer from Google. It's I can't read their manual because it's too much. But if I want to know something, I'll look it up. Sometimes Google doesn't have the answer, and I have to go to the manual. And if that doesn't have the answer I want, I go to the forum where you can ask anybody for help. Like Reddit, they have forums where you can get help on any subject. I don't go on to Reddit very often. I do from time to time when I'm looking for something. Oh, praise Google. Good one, Jerry. Now, what was I going to say? Yeah, you see, you kicked it right out. I was going to say something. Oh, the only time I go to Reddit is when I ask a question and the Google AI doesn't have it, and I have to actually go to one of the sites, or somebody had asked that question before and there was an answer at Reddit. That's when I'll go. And it's the only time I'll go. I just, there's too much BS on Reddit. But I like researching. If you want to know something, ask me, and I will look it up for you. And I will give you a solid answer. If I can, if it's not too difficult. Because there are things that I have no idea where to even start. I'm not a professional researcher. I'm not a professional anything. Maybe procrastinator. That's it. That's another question. Why do we procrastinate? Why do we say, I'll do it tomorrow? I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow comes and you put it off again. Jerry says, I agree with the BS on Reddit. Too many people popping off on there. What do you mean by popping? You mean venting? It's a good place to vent. But I'd rather vent to ChatGPT now. But I don't have much to vent about because there's not many things that annoy me. I have a lot of patience, which is contrary to my personality. Does that make sense? I don't know, but I was in customer service, or I was handling customer service with my husband's company in software. And I had people screaming at me. And whenever I called, when I was working for my brother, and I was also handling customer service, and this is cell phones, and they would ask me, instead of calling T-Mobile, they'd ask me. And I would have to call T-Mobile to get it fixed, straightened out. But I learned from my experience just to have patience. You'll get more done. They'll put you in the front of the line if you're nice. Just be good. When I was a legal secretary back in the day, I would get to know the judges' secretaries. And when I had something I needed them to sign, I need this subpoena today. Can you get the judge to sign it? It should be on your desk. So, yeah, it's here. I said, how's your son doing? How's your husband? What's new with you? I mean, I was the birthdays. I would actually send them, happy birthday. It's amazing what people will bend over backward if you're nice to them. That's why I always end these chats with be good, be kind, be nice, and be wonderful. I mean, I love my ending there. I'm sorry. I just think it's on the money because I care about people and I care about if you have to call customer service. Like I've been having problems with my internet all week, and I haven't yet called Xfinity. I'm giving them another day or two. I'm giving them till Monday. If I have any more problems with the internet, I'll be calling. But I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to get nasty. I'm not going to be mean. I'm going to say, one, I want a refund for the days that I had no access to, to the internet because you were working on it. And is this going to continue or do I have to move over to Hotwire? Because they just put the complex here. Xfinity lost their contract with the complex. And now they have a new contract with Hotwire. So Hotwire put in fiber optics everywhere. No more cable. I mean, it's the cable's still there because the buildings were, wired for cable. But Hotwire put in, whether you're going to use it or not, they wanted the wires there, convenient. So if they have to bring it up to somebody's apartment, they'll be able to because it'll be handy. And it's right out our door. Same thing with Xfinity. The base is right at our door. I mean, when we had got cable, because I had it in actually, I had satellite in my old house. I had direct TV. That was good. And I never had problems. Not even when it rained. Because, when Comcast or Xfinity or any of the cable companies, when it rains, their satellite dish goes wonky because they're pulling in all these stations via satellite. So why not just go right to the horse, get it right, get it right there. So when we had walls torn up, they had to move it. Now, if we wanted to go to Hotwire and they had to wire the apartment, the condo, I pity the fool. I do. Because right now we've got cable running over my bedroom door on down to the thing into Dan's room. Mine was easy. Just put it right through. You know, my my is comfortable right. I'm right next to the living room, so and the patio, whatever they call it. And I still sometimes scratch myself on those little staples that they use. Fiber optics has recently come to my town. I may switch. I've heard it's really good. I mean, when I think it was in our apartment, in the townhouse and in our apartment, we were used AT&T, and AT&T were putting in fiber optics. They were the first, and we switched to them, and it was pretty damn good. Of course, at the time, uh, we didn't have an internet account. It was dial up. Oh man, back in the day when it was dial up and you had to use a modem, and it was so slow. But even now, maybe it's my iPad. I'm having problems with my iPad. I do something I want to, and it locks up, and come on, do it. And no wait. Oh, it's back. I think I need a new one, but I can't afford one. Yeah, I'm good. 56K. Yeah, I remember that. I can remember the company too, who the owner was a friend of ours. So was McAfee. Um, what was the what was the company that made those modems? That made the best modems? I can't remember. Another thing that disappeared. The before me was so different to the after me. It really, that accident changed me a lot. Though it did make me put on my seatbelt now. The first time I got in a car after the accident, I had to put my seatbelt on. Even though my accident was with a motor scooter, with a scooter, I I had to put my seatbelt on. I didn't feel safe. You worked for an internet provider for a few years? Cool. That sounds fun. Well, like I worked for the cell phone company. Wait a second. Why did I could have sworn I looked at it and it said 816 and it still says 816. I've lost it. I've actually if I have my brain just doesn't want to stick around anymore. Now it just wants to go off in its own. Do, 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 do. Oh man, I say that a lot too. I'm I'm learning to pay attention to myself. Um, for a long time I didn't. Then I did. Then I stopped, and now I'm doing it. And I'm trying to pay attention to myself, to the things that I do, and the things that I don't like that I still do. And how do I change them? How do I get it through my brain to not do that anymore? It's hard. It's not easy. I mean, I quit smoking, and I did that because I wanted to, and I figured out when I would smoke a cigarette, how often, and what were the circumstances where I smoked a cigarette. And every time I reached for a cigarette, I would remember, oh, this I every time I have a conversation on the computer with someone, I'd sit back and grab a cigarette. Okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. When I finish dinner, I'd sit back and have a cigarette. And the other things, if I was upset, if I was hungry, whatever. And I gradually learned to recognize those moments and change them. And decided, don't have the cigarette. Now, I'd rather lick an ashtray. I quit in 92. I remember that. Back in 92. I was a chain smoker. Ooh. And I quit for me because I had a hacking cough. And I knew where that was going to lead. And I, my husband never asked me to quit. It didn't bother him if I smoked, even the secondhand smoke. It didn't bother him, though I didn't blow it in his face or anything. But he would let me smoke in the house. And when I had that hacking cough, and it got really, really bad, and I realized I'm having one cigarette after another. I'd put a cigarette out, stop for a few minutes, look at something what I was doing or reading, and then grab another one. It was one after another without really a lot of time between them. So I quit for me, and I learned. My mother used to tell me, you can do anything if you want. You just have to want it. People say I have no willpower. That's because you don't really want it. Whatever it is that you have no willpower for. I have no willpower for dieting. I don't really want it. I'm going to be honest. I really don't want, I don't want to diet. I don't want to deprive myself. Why? It's like a little longer. I don't, sorry, back up. But my mom used to say, you may be the greatest piccolo player in the world, but you'll never know unless you try the piccolo. That stuck with me. That's one of the reasons when I go out to eat with mom or go to somebody's house and I don't think I'm going to like something, or I know I don't like broccoli, and I don't like Brussels sprouts, and I know I'm not going to like this icky chili stuff. My mother used to say, you don't have to finish it, but you do have to taste it. She was right. And the same thing every time. If it's presented to you, you taste it, whether you've had it before or not. Because you never know when your tastes are going to change. And they do change. Trust me, they do. Especially after quitting smoking. I can't believe how much better food tastes. I could actually, I developed a very discerning palate. I could tell what was in a recipe. I could tell that there was, is that cinnamon I taste? No. Is, or is that parsley? Yeah, I tasted it. Couldn't do that when I was a smoker. And even now, it's stopping. I can't do that. But yeah, I quit a long time ago. And the last time I had a chest x-ray, he said, your lungs are like a baby's. And my doctor was listening, with the stethoscope. And they listen on your back, they're listening for the lungs, not the heart, to see if there's any fluid or liquid or anything that might have a sign of illness of some sort or other. And she said, I'm clear as bell. There's nothing wrong with my lungs. I know because I can shout really loud. I can. I can talk really loud. I learned how to project my voice when I was singing, and my mother used to taught me. My mom taught me a lot of crap. She did. She taught me a lot of shit. And I'm grateful for everything. Everything she taught me, she didn't do. She used to say, do as I say, not as I do. She didn't follow her own advice. And she says, my taste and smell hasn't been the same since I had my third dose of, oh God, I haven't had it. Oh, thank God. Not with, I haven't caught it yet. And I hope I never do. But I might not. I don't know. I mean, they say I used to get sick a lot more often than I do now. But then I don't go out anymore. So I'm not amongst people where I can pick up something, which is another reason I don't want to go out. I haven't really been out for, like, just to go to dinner with my friend or whatever it is since they first announced the stay home, don't go out, especially if you're susceptible. And I'll remember, never forget it. It was the week of my birthday. I was going March 27th, and I was going to go out with my girlfriend on that Friday. It was a Friday. And she was going to buy me lobster. And it was 2020. It's a day I will never forget that week. I decided to stay in. I canceled with her. I don't want to go. I don't want to take any chances. And I haven't really been out since. I don't even go to my brother's house anymore. I just, as much as I miss my sister-in-law's cooking, I don't want to go out. And now it's not because I might get sick. It's because I don't want to go out. I explain that. I can't explain it enough. There's a certain mindset to people who don't want to go out of their house. It's not agoraphobia. It's not the outdoors that does it. It's not meeting people. It's just, I don't want to go out. It's just like that. I'm happy where I am. I'm not lonely. I have Dan. I have phone calls to my best friend. I have the internet. I have you guys. Some of you, I have the people who I've been talking to don't come to my life anymore, but doesn't stop us from chatting every once in a while with Messenger. Messenger is my app. I don't message on Instagram or Facebook. It's just I just don't like it. Though I might be doing more with Facebook now that I'm getting more. I want to work up some of my inventory in paintings that I'm doing. Mm. And I've been doing a lot, but there's a lot that I don't like it. I don't think I'm good enough yet. Some of my paintings I really, really like. I think, oh, I did good on that. Some of them, I'll look at them and I'll go, nah, that looks amateurish. And what the heck, I am an amateur. Though technically I'm a professional because I did sell couple of my prints. So there, that makes me a professional, right? I made money from it. And well, no, actually, it was a barter. There I go again. All right, I'm going to say good night now because I think I've gone on long enough. Look for me to create a video and we'll see how that goes because y'all know me. I'm a procrastinator of the highest caliber. I'll do it tomorrow. Please, if you made it this far, subscribe, leave a comment, share, put the thumbs up. Not that it's going to make a big difference to me, but I appreciate it. And if you have any questions, things that you want to talk about, you want to know, you don't have to talk about it. Just send me the idea or the question, and I'll go have a chat with Chat GPT and learn some more. But I'm going to say now, be good, be kind, be nice, and be wonderful. Until the next time, I love this. Arrivederci.